Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're testing out a budget stove that I bought off Temu, but I'll show you that a little bit later because I've literally found what I think is a rare caterpillar on the way to the location, and there is someone coming as well. Let me just quickly show you. Look at this. Look at this caterpillar. It's basically, it looks like a snake. I don't know if you can see this part of its head. Well, I don't know. I think that's kind of a defense. But look at that. Look how epic that is. Have you ever seen anything like that? So yeah, on to the location. Right, so we made it to the spot. We are just chilling here by the side of the lake. And this is the little stove, budget stove, that I want to talk about and test out today. So this stove right here cost me a grand total of £1.97 off Temu. The downside is you have to spend, I think, £10 minimum, £15, Danielle just said. So actually, like, get this. Fortunately enough, I did have to get a few more little bits anyway. Well, I just wanted to see what they was like anyway, and decided to get this for £1.97. So pretty decent, right? We're going to test it out today, boil some water, at least see if it will boil some water. So, the first test that I've basically got to do is see if... Oh, where's the thing? I thought I left that behind then. Basically see if this fits on top of this, which I'm sure it will. It's a little bit rickety, but it does kind of fit. I may have to hold it, but yeah, that's what we're working with. Let me move this back a little bit so you got a nice good view. So my plan is, first test, I'll pour some water in, I suppose. Being as we have in fact got it balanced. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to be using firelighters, and then I'm going to top it up with twigs, I think. I don't know if that is going to be the best course of action with this specific stove. Maybe we can just use the firelighters, but I don't know how long these are going to last for. And I don't know if it's basically going to work, so I'm just going to basically light this one firelighter. Like that. Potentially we might be able to boil water just from firelighters. Maybe. We'll have to see. There is loads of little sticks in that around anyway. So yeah, let's see. Maybe we can get away with just using firelighters. A little bit of smoke off them though, which is not the best. Wonder how long that's gonna last. So we're still on our first firelighter. I think potentially it's alright, you know. I think firelighters could work. What I'm gonna do is slowly put some little twigs on, but I don't want to knock off the water. So I want to kind of test it with little twigs as well. But them two are not doing too much. It's kind of hard to get them in. They just kind of roll off. So you could kind of put them in longer like that and let them hang out, I suppose. That works. As long as they're really dry. Just got to be really careful when you're putting them in. Let's see if that's going to stay in. It should do. There's not a lot of little twigs there. Slowly placing little ones on as well. So far so good, to be honest. It seems to be boiling well. It don't seem to be taking, well, I suppose it will be taking a little bit longer, but not too much longer. A lot more smoke now though, obviously, as you can see.
What's this? Coffee.
Well, we just got down here and we've forgot the coffee. We've got everything else but the coffee and sugar. So we can't have a coffee, but we can still see how long it's taken to boil. We're still kind of going. It's not so bad, and it's still on the first fire lighter. Obviously now we've got the sticks in as well. It's actually not bad for £1.97, to be honest. Let me show you the water, how far we're at. So you can see some bubbles and steam just from that little bit. So it's not that bad. Right, so it's currently gone out. But it's still really hot. So I'm seeing if I can put some air on it. I suppose it just needs a few more twigs as well. But we're essentially just boiling this water for nothing now. But it doesn't matter. Well, I'm not really going to relight this because we don't need the water. But unfortunately we couldn't get it to a rolling boil. But it is hot. But obviously I can still touch it, as you can see. But you'll be able to drink that. It's quite steamy. Nice warm water, I suppose. But yeah, it basically went out a little bit. I would say for £1.97 it's not so bad. I think it's still solid. Let's clean this up and wait for it to cool down. So the £1.97p budget stove. Again, I don't know the exact name. I did look online and the nearest thing I could find is Hex stove. But I don't know if this is an exact Hex stove. Because obviously it is from Temu. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like the design. I think there's a bike coming down here. It's just gone past. So for £1.97p, do I think this is worth it? Personally, I do. It's so small that you could literally just shove that literally anywhere. You could also store something inside it, like making it a storage container as well, like for something, I don't know, maybe a firelighter or a couple firelighters or something. It's very small. Now obviously you would have to like get something else as well because of the Temu limit, which is kind of annoying. But there are some other half decent stuff as well, but it's kind of hit and miss. But for £1.97, I don't think this is too bad. Again, if you know a proper name, let me know in the comments below. But also, let me know what you think. I mean, for £1.97, and you get yourself a stove that quite literally fits in your pocket. I don't know if you'd know that it's there. Probably be a bit annoying, but you know what I mean? It'll be really easy to store because it's so small. Like I said, you could just fill it up with sticks as well if you didn't have enough firelighters to just use firelighters. But I think the firelighters would have just done it on its own, to be honest. So I think it's definitely worth it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But I'll catch you guys on the next one.